Good timing? Your god did time. You're spiraling. Relax, super. We're only 30 minutes late because I forgot to do prep yesterday. Oopsie poopsie. Knew I was forgetting something last night when I was playing with Nick on Stardew for like 5 hours straight. I'm in the way of what? No, you don't get to read it. You're on edibles again? Calm down, super. You're getting wild. Do not take this cat home. Although I feel like you would. You're kind of a dumbass. Love you, smoking. Fucking with you. Oh my god, I think the cat... Oh no, it just faded out. I was like, I think the cat rain noises finally started. Aww. Lovely. Do you guys need the rundown on this game? Bad cat. Maybe demonic, who knows? Just bad cat. Bad cat. Yeah. Just bad kitty. But, like, we want kitty, because how could you not take kitty home? Kitty horror. Because if I'm gonna play a cat game, it's gonna be a fucking horror cat game. Hi, Tori. And thank you. I'm not the dumbass. I haven't taken the cat home yet. Who knows? Maybe I'll deny it. Game over in, like, 2 minutes. Who knows? And if you hadn't noticed, guys, we're listening to Doja Cat for our cat game intro. Because it's International Cat Day. Didn't who die? Who the fuck do you think died? Don't say Doja Cat, because you're fucking crazy. She's going through some weird shit right now, but she ain't dead. Tori, who's my good girl? Yes, Pussy. I dressed up like a pussy for the pussy stream. Meow meow, you know? Yeah, we're gonna take home a cute little fucked up cat. It's great. Maybe. Or maybe we'll deny it. I haven't decided yet. And you didn't even stop by in the server to show us? Kind of rude, smoking. Kind of rude. Well, it's okay. We can deny the cat immediately. I have, like, 2 other cat games we could play, so there's options here. We don't have to take the cat home. I think this game said it had, like, 30 endings, or was it, like, 40? Let me look it up again. So it's technically a short game, but there's tons of endings, like you can play it a bunch of times. 39 unique endings plus 1 true ending, so 40 endings. 40 ways to take this cat home. Anyways, are we ready to take this poor little pussy home? You ready, boys? I think it's time. I'm just vibing to Doja too hard. Oh, how depressing. You're not having a great day. As usual. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you've felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow, right? You turn to head home when... Oh, little meow meow. How can you not look for the little meow meow? Huh? What was that? There are only a few people around on the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Totally not by a demonic cat or anything. Haha. Well, that and the weather. But none of them react to the sound at all. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground, dampened by the rain, makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. It is a visual novel, yes, yes. Oh, little pussy! Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. Huh? Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting-looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Oh, that was too cute. Huh? Shh, so cute! And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another about cats before. But if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord. You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves a cat in cardboard boxes these days anyways? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box entirely? The cat does not have opinions on that. Not yet, at least. The cat doesn't answer you. Obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you, as if waiting for you to make the next move. I don't know, guys. True ending sounds like don't take pussy home, right? No pussy? No pussy, 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 no mau mau. Do we want the mau mau? Do we want the mau mau? Save the game. You're right. My bad. Save it. Go back for the funny. Leave the kitty. Goodbye, pussy. We will not take you home. Your yellow eyes of golden in your black little void. You're evil. With a sigh, you take a decisive step back. As cute as the cat is, you really can't afford to be taking in a pet on a whim. Rent's coming up soon, and your job doesn't exactly leave you rolling in dough. You give the cat a sad nod. Sorry, good luck out here, okay? You know, you can be financially responsible and not ditch a cat in an alley in a box, just saying. You turn around and leave the cat in the alley behind. Oh, this is depressing. Rain's picking up. No! Stop yelling like that! Oh, this is depressing. I hate that. I have a soft spot for little fuzzies. Time to head home. Ending Nia to fool. That made me sad. How do you load a, like, history? History. I don't... You see, I saved, but... Where... I don't... You didn't hear the yowling? It was very faint, to be honest. I'll turn up the game some. The rain's loud, but... Save only works in the game if you don't lose. Oh, fuck off. I didn't lose. You're just rude. You're rude. So rude. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Because we have this lovely button over here. Skip. Oh, well, that was a lot more of an intense skip than I thought it would be. I thought that was going to be like 1 by 1 section skip. I guess that was a section. We take the cat home. I don't think the cat agreed to this. You know what? You reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Why not? You're all alone, and well, I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so... This is how I imagine Os was when she heard there was a cat in a vehicle in Walmart's parking lot. She was like, let me get that pussy, it's coming home with me. You bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. Oh, you guys don't hear the purring and the mews. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow. But for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. You living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long. Even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take out the can of cat food and open it with the tab on top. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over. It perks up at your beckoning and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food. It's like fucking peasant food over here. And completely ignores it. Not hungry, I guess? You try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. It's just a cat after all. If you're that broke, eat the cat food yourself. Just saying. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? Oh, the purr. The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start on your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread toasted. Mayo and mustard spread. Turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed. Tomatoes sliced. Ow. You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up under the counter. The cat's gonna lick the knife, I'm telling you, some fucking edgy shit. It sniffs at the knife and meows, almost pointedly at you. Don't worry, I'm alright. It was just an... Uh-oh. You watch as the cat starts to... lick lightly, but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. At your blood. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. The cat sits back, staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird, right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. Right? Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside. Not after all your efforts. You were going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not? It's just a cat. The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Downhill from, bloody. Even after covering up your fingers cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. While you're eating your sandwich, while you're cleaning up the kitchen, while trying to watch TV, you gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. It's gonna nibble my finger off in my sleep. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner, untouched. Ugh, come on, enough already. You shove it away a little more forcefully this time, out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner and into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite of you in your sleep. You should be worried. Maybe a vet will have an idea on how to calm it down. You can only hope. You don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out in the rain. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up your landline and you... Uh-oh. Guys, I think the cat just cut the power. I think we're fucking cooked. The lights just went out? Great. Just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. You check your cell phone, only to find that it's out of batteries. You must have forgotten to change it before leaving out earlier. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed with your usual routine. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. It's quiet. It's too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then, why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. Oh god, kill, help. The cat sits on top of your digital clock, staring at you. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up and completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking. It's not even breathing. But its eyes. This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. That involves grabbing it. I don't think we got the balls to do that right now. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes. Its eyes hold you still. Even with your flashlight trained on it. Its pupils are large, round, inky pits. Uh-oh. The flashlight flickers. And the cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence, punctuated with the rapid pumping of the blood in your heart, is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. That order will be restored. But no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock, and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce. But waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered. Let's play. Oh, we got a little bit of ASMR for you, Super. Right into your ear. Right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could, even if it did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden, primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But you're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste, and you fall to the ground. Uh-oh, more blood for the pussy. ASMR that kills you is no good. Oh, come on, Super. That's half the fun. You know, forever ago, I had a plan for some ASMR. And I thought you would have liked it, but now that I'm like hearing you be like, ASMR involving death, not fun, I don't think you would have liked it. It was like a shitpost ASMR, but I thought you would have liked it because it had some ASMR in it. But now I'm hearing no. Shitpost ASMR isn't better than no ASMR. A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first, you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pooling underneath it. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor, as if it had been kicked. Super, no. We don't cut deals here. It's death. We don't talk about whose death. It's death. Death all around. Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting in a strange light coming in from outside. The light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what in regards to your inexplicably open door screech to a halt, as your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife. And still tinted red from your earlier blunder? But that's not right. Wasn't it completely cleaned by the... You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you'd left it. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife, it spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from your doorway. It pads lightly over to the knife, as if skipping in delight. This is so cute. And bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Ah! Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths, discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness on your tongue spreads to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of the stray you'd taken in, licking away at your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood? Golden eyes slick up to you, as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if it just considered the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather, limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red. But there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The house, the trees, the road, even you. Everything. Except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running. Because if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then what in the world is behind you? Ooh, our first decision in a while, guys. You think it's an entity controlling the cat? The cat's just like a little appetizer to the thing that's behind me. Or do you think it's bait so the cat will gulp me from the front? Devour me? We just mash a save slot in here, it's fine. My mistake was probably quick saving. I'm looking behind me. Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Oh, thank you for the love, Tori. Pet the kitty. Ending 0. It begins. I didn't even get 1. I got 0. What begins? Oh, come on. I was so into that. And it's just like, it begins. That's it. Done. Ending. And I'm just left not knowing. I kind of hate that. Okay. We got my load. We'll keep running. Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. What? What? Am I dumb? Did I not look behind me last time? Did I pick the wrong one? Am I a dumb fuck? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Wait, am I being gaslit? Guys, I swear I'm being gaslit. Is there like another secret third option? I'm clicking everywhere. Is there like a weighted out option? There's definitely not like a hidden one under or on top. I don't... Can I go like back? I don't know. I don't think this game would have like a weighted out option. How long do we wait it to assume it's weighted out? Nice little water break. I don't know. I feel like maybe it was glitchy. No, interesting. Very, very interesting. Continue? Do I just need to hit continue? This is a little confusing. I don't see the point in the decision then. You're walking. Right. Of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. Pressed load instead of continue. I did press load instead of continue the first time, but like this is different. I noticed it said continue. This is different. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe it's part of it. The cat's fucking with the game. Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Huh? What was that? Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward, the loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground softening your steps. Finally, the sound's source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. I feel like this is part of the game. I just got gaslit. I got gaslit so hard. Huh. Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. I wonder if this is gonna be... You look so... familiar. Right? Then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look, after all. This one sure is a cutie, though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there, patiently, waiting for you to do something. Do you think I'm gonna get gaslit again by the game? I'm gonna save over that one. I don't need that one no more. I wonder if I had chosen the other option, if it would have changed, or if it locks you in on your ending, and maybe that's why. Then what would be the point in a save? It's just part of it, I guess. I'm just curious. Can I abandon the cat and nothing happens again? I'll take it home again. Oh, it looks sad that I'm taking it home. Well, why not? Right? Fucked up little creature. You barely reach out your arms before the cat eagerly leaps into them and climbs up onto your shoulders. It butts its head into your temple, nuzzling against it. You can't help but smile at the cat's enthusiasm. Let's get you out of here, yeah? On the way home, you briefly consider getting cat food. That would be a waste of time. You shrug at the odd feeling and move on. You live in a modest apartment, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 you living alone in it. I feel like that's gonna change. That's why it's worded so weirdly. So it feels weird having another living being inside of it after so long. Even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you wait for it to walk away and explore the new environment. Can we not have breathing in my ears? I don't like this. Very faint. But it simply sits and looks up at you expectantly. Fuck it, we're just YOLOing this. Do something with the cat. Like what? Oh. Feed! We will pet it. Pet the pussy. Not every day you have access to a cute, fluffy animal. What else is there to do but pet it to your heart's content? You sit on the floor in your living room and click your tongue to call the cat over. Oh, I love that noise. The cat dashes over to you, immediately climbing into your lap. Poor thing. You just want some attention, don't you? Alright, alright. You carefully pet the cat. A rub behind an ear, a scratch under the chin, a smooth sweep along the back. Good? You keep petting the cat in your lap, enjoying this bonding time together. But the cat starts to get restless after a while. I'm very tempted to keep petting the cat. I'm gonna piss off the cat with attention. You're not quite ready to stop. You feel so calm. The repetitive action soothing your usually overworking mind. Ooh, I'm digging this sound. Ooh, it's unsettling. You keep petting. The cat leans away from your next head pat. It's trying to get out of your lap. Keep petting! Uh-oh. I hate it too, but I love it. It's so good, but so bad. When you scratch under the cat's chin, it bites at your fingers. You might be bleeding, but really it barely hurts. More of a warning than anything. The cat struggles in your hold. It's watching you closely. Keep petting. You keep petting the cat. Oh my god! Ah, my hand! Chomp! Oh! I love it. You give us your boundaries. The cat bites off your finger. It hurts. You're definitely bleeding now. But for some reason, you just can't stop. You don't know what it is. Its fur is so much softer than you realized. You'd think that it would be shining in the faint light of your living room, but it's as if the darkness of the cat's black coat is sucking in all the illumination around it, rendering it completely null. You're drawn to it, like you're somehow holding a deep, dark abyss right in your lap. Little fucker's gonna purr after eating my finger. And I agree with Avian. Stealing time! It seems rather calmer now, munching on your severed finger. The stump between your thumb and middle finger is leaking. But you keep petting. You fret that your blood will ruin its fur, but the cat no longer seems to mind. Time passes. It's dark out now. Soft as the fur is, your palm has started to feel raw and damp under the constant friction from your petting. You think faintly that maybe you've had enough. Just faintly, guys. Just faintly. You start to lift your hand from the cat, when in a flash... Fuck. You don't want love, you want love, you gotta make up your mind. This pussy's trying to murder me. Bitch took my whole hand! Ah! Your entire hand is separated from your wrist. It flops onto your lap beside the cat. The cat's claws on its front right paw glisten with crimson liquid. You don't feel it for a moment, but your body tenses, anticipating the pain as you blankly watch the cat lick at the bloody palm of your severed hand. Ah, it hurts. It really, really hurts. Then the cat looks up at you and you feel compelled to keep petting. You're reluctant, but you're also afraid of what will happen if you don't heed the call. What will you lose next if you try to resist again? You were hurt from your insistent petting earlier. Yet now you've been hurt for trying to stop? It defies all logic, but that's what scares you. There's no reasoning with such fickle whims. You feebly try to raise your uninjured hand to pet the cat, but it stiffens, golden eyes glinting dangerously. Well, all right then. You raise your bleeding stump and resume your petting to the best of your ability. You pet. And you bleed. You pet. And you bleed. You pet. And you bleed. You pet and you. Ending 7. Personal boundaries! This is merch. You pet and you bleed. Flimsy ass wrist. Nah, it was a beautiful wrist. Are we like continuing after the petting? No, we're back to walking. You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you've felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. I'm gonna skip because I believe it's all gonna be the same. Yeah. Take the kitty home. Do something with the cat. This time we will not overstimulate the cat with petting. We're gonna clean it. Bath time. It's gonna go great. I don't like that I'm heavy breathing every time we load in now. It's just, no. Maybe the cat's heavy breathing. Upon giving it a second look, you realize that the cat isn't exactly clean. Not surprising, since up until you brought it home, it's been sitting in a dirty old box in an alley full of scattered garbage for who knows how long. You've heard that cats can keep themselves clean, but maybe this was one of those times that a little human help couldn't hurt. You head into the bathroom and set things up, trying to remember how to wash a cat. You're definitely no expert, but you think the best way to get a cat clean would be... I just want to pick all the bad things on purpose. We'll be nice, we'll be nice. Carefully. You think careful is the way to go. Cats aren't always fond of water, so you doubt will be a fan of an excessive amount of it. So you pick the cat up and place it gently in the sink before turning on the water. Sounds like good choice. The cat is startled, but ultimately doesn't try to run away. Nice. Oh, look at that little booty. You lather your hands with some soap and carefully give the cat a thorough half scrub, half massage. After a few minutes, you rinse the cat completely and gather it up in a blanket, drying it. Then you take a brush and carefully run it through the cat's fur. The cat seems like it's in heaven as you brush it. Some hairs are sticking to you, but you don't mind. In fact, oh god, is this like mind control hairs? Uh-oh. Okay. I'm becoming a furry! Quite a lot of fur is sticking on you. You try to brush it away, but it won't come off. Guess you're up next for a bath yourself. I don't think you can wash off your furry transformation, personally. You try to ignore the fur and finish with the cat quickly, but more hair keeps sticking to you. Your hands, your arms. Before you realize it, they're covered in fur that won't come off. It's thick enough that you try to just yank it off, but... Ow, what? Pain lances through the spot you tugged at. Upon closer inspection, you see that the hair is... growing. Growing out of you. Ah? You can actually feel it now. Fur growing out of your back, your neck, your face, your eyes, your tongue. It's even growing inside your throat. As you collapse and start choking on the thickening fur in your esophagus, the cat leans up to lap at the fur growing on your forehead, grooming your hair as thoroughly as you did for it earlier. Oh, it's just being considerate, guys. It wanted to return the beautiful bath time we had together. You think it'd be sweet if it weren't currently losing air. Still, feels nice at least to be looked after and cared for in some way, even if it's just for a little while longer. The cat's careful grooming is the last thing you feel before you're no longer able to breathe. Self-care buddies. That was cute. That's cute. I'm pretty sure all of the days are gonna start the same now. Yeah, so we'll just skip ahead again. Take the cat home. We're gonna do something with the kitty again. Do we want aggressive bath time? We want to see if aggressive bath time gets you anything different? I'm kind of curious. Quickly. Cats don't like water, you think. So a quick wash would be the way to go, right? You decide to do everything at once, filling the tub deep with soapy, bubbly, warm water. A quick dunk here, a short scrubbing there, then rinse and dry. The cat won't even know what hit it before everything's over. Fucking doubt. You open the door and click your tongue, beckoning the cat inside. It quickly scampers in, curious of the newly available setting. You close the door so it won't be able to run out and make a mess of the apartment. Feeling yourself, you roll up your sleeves. So what do you think the cat's... Oh, fuck my eye. What do you think the cat's gonna do this time, guys? We already, like, absorbed its hair and became a furry, so... You lift up the cat and carry it over the tub. I think it's gonna, like, slice and dice me, like a grid style, you know? I'll be the little meat chunk cubes. Your plan's already compromised, so the cat starts to struggle in your hold. You probably should have held it so it couldn't see the water. Ow, ow, hey! It scratches at your arms. You knew it wouldn't be happy about the water, but you didn't think it'd be this irate. Still, as mad as it is... sorry, guys. Tickle. Still, as mad as it will be at you for a little while, you know this is for the best. A deep scratch to your bicep startles you. Oh, am I gonna bleed out? Is this just boring? Tamest way to die to the demonic cat. Making you drop the cat into the tub. Oh, fuck. Splash. Shoot, kitty? Did I just lose the cat? Did it, like, melt? So, did I kill the cat this time instead of the reverse? The cat doesn't... The cat doesn't reemerge, hissing and yelling like you thought it would. You rush over and dunk your arms beneath the soapy surface, searching for the cat. What if it's bumped its head and blacked out? It would drown. It's gonna sink me. It's gonna drown me. It's gonna waterboard me. But you don't find the cat. Instead, what the? You watch as the water starts to darken. You know, cats are liquids, guys. At first, you think it's just dirt from the cat and feel a little vindicated about your decision. But I hope it just starts flooding everywhere. It takes the whole house with it. The whole city at some point. Like that dude who freaking tried to dump the Orbeez down the bathtub afterwards, and then it came up through the plumbing to haunt him. Through all of the apartment building's plumbing. The water darkens further and further, until it looks like you've filled your tub with black ink rather than water. Even the soap bubbles are translucent obsidian now. This is... something's not right. But as soon as you have this thought... Whoa! You just felt something tugging you from under the water. You try to pull away, but your arm won't budge. Whatever it is, it pulls you closer towards the water. You try to use your free hand to release the drain plug. But when you dunk your other arm in the water without thinking, it's grabbed too. Both hands restrained, you can't get any leverage to force yourself free. Well, splash. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. You're dragged into the murky waters of the bathtub. You're dragged down, and down, and down further still, much farther than it should be possible for your bathtub. You can't breathe. You think you can't see either, but as you draw your final breath, you think you see what has been pulling you down. Something resting deep, deep down below. Something waiting for you. Bath hater. So give a demonic cat a bath, you become a furry, or you get drowned. And it's abyssiness of a void. I really appreciate the skip feature. It's like really efficient too. I think we play with the cat. It's probably gonna shred me. Minced meat this time. Poor thing was probably bored stiff, sitting in that old box all day. Just watching crowds of people walking by them. Ignoring them. You can't just leave them alone as soon as you're home. A little interspecies socializing won't kill you, right? Aw, you just want some attention, don't you? You want to play, huh? Okay, then. What to play, though? Oh, God, there's so many options. Oh, oopsie. Honestly, this is a good point to, like, save, though. I didn't really need that save, I guess, but whatever. Hide and seek with a demon cat. Let's go. What about hide and seek? You're not quite sure how this is going to work. Can a cat even understand the concept of a game? Let alone one with rules like hide and seek. Here, just... You pick up the cat and turn them away from you before hiding behind the armchair. Oh God, this is going to be horrifying. I can feel it. You're almost certain the cat must have turned and looked while you were hiding. Out of confusion, at least, if nothing else. He's cute. Regardless, a few moments later, the cat cautiously peeks around the armchair at you, eyes curious. You smile and scoop it up, holding it out in front of you. You found me! You win! The cat looks confused, but pleased at your praise. This time, you put it on the armchair so it can't see your hiding spot as easily. You dash over to the kitchen, hiding behind the counter. This is gonna get creepy. It's gonna know where I am no matter what, isn't it? It takes a little longer this time for the cat to find you. This time, when it does, it startles you by hopping down into your lap from the countertop above. Whoa! You found me again! Okay, you win. You reward it with little scratches behind the ear and under the chin when it leans into your touch. Okay, why don't you give it a try? Right, meow? Oh god, it's just that weird breathing again. You go and stand in the middle of the living room. The cat following you. You make a show of covering your eyes and turning around. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. You turn around and see that the cat is gone. Huh, you sure catch on quick. There aren't that many places available in your apartment for someone your size to hide. But without the opposable thumbs needed to open the closed doors in the hall, the cat will have its limits too. Fair game. Okay, now where to look? Oh god, this is so many options! I wasn't prepared for this much. We need to save so I can come back to find more areas. Hallway. You peek around the corner into the hall. Nothing. You're not sure what you were expecting. With all the doors closed, there's nowhere in the hall for the cat to hide. Bitch figured out how to open a door, I'm telling you. How about kitchen? You peek around the counter, grab a chair and check on top of the fridge. You even open the cupboards along the floor, just in case the cat managed to squeeze inside. Nothing. You decide that's for the best. The kitchen is for making food, not playing games. I hope it's nowhere. You look behind the couch and the armchair, then under the coffee table. Nothing. The living room is pretty sparse when it comes to furniture, after all. You couldn't find the cat anywhere. You start to get a little worried when you hear a soft sound coming from the hall. See, I'm smart. I picked there first. You head to the hall and listen again. Oh god. That sounded like it was coming from your bedroom, but you walk down the hall to your room and gingerly open the door. Yeah! The cat trots out and runs around your legs and meows insistently. Isn't that cute? Why should I not take the cat home? If cat, why not adopt? You keep watching and you'll find out very quickly, Irish Spring. Anyways, no, a long time no see. How have you been? It looks disappointed somehow. Perhaps in your apparently subpar seeking skills. But you lift the cat into your arms and look up at your bedroom door. How did you get in my room? A good magician never gives its secrets, you know? You know the door was closed, right? The cat wiggles out of your hold and runs out of the hall. You follow to see it sitting in the middle of the living room. Upon seeing you, the cat promptly turns around. Guess it wants to take its turn seeking. You're about to indulge it by hiding around the counter again when... If this cat is some sort of eldritch horror or demon, would not be surprised. It might be. It turned us into a furry earlier during bath time. Kind of like suffocated us in fur, to be honest. The lights. Did the power go out? Darn it. As you wait for your eyes to adjust to the darkness. Oh, fuck no, I hate that shadow. You notice that the cat hasn't moved an inch. Was it scared? Hey, Are you... Uh-oh. What? For some reason, your heart starts beating faster. You consider going over to the cat. But when you do, the thought makes you feel... You feel like your life is in danger. You need to hide. Now. Oh god, no. We're just gonna... We didn't actually need that one. Oh god, behind the armchair, kitchen counter, hide in the hall, hide in the hallway closet, hide in the bathroom, hide in your bedroom, get out of the apartment, sit on the couch. The only valid one seems like get out of the apartment, but we're gonna, for shits and giggles, hide in the bathroom. You quietly rush to the bathroom and... Clink, clink, clink. What? Why is the door locked? You freeze upon realizing how much noise you just made jostling the doorknob and hold your breath. Listening. The silence coming from the living room feels heavier than before. More restless. Even if some miracle opened the door now, it wouldn't know exactly where you were. No good. Oh, there's like a black blob in the bathroom. Oh, fuck. Sit on the couch, balls to the wall. Are you joking? You get the feeling the cat won't appreciate your lack of effort. And anyway, like hell are you gonna sit any closer to it? Stop messing around and find a place to hide. Oh, fuck. Hide in the hall! Just in the hall? There's nowhere to hide in the hall. Okay, rude. Closet. I'm running out of options. You quietly slip into the hallway closet. The door won't close because a heavy box is now blocking it after you squeezed inside. If you try to move it further, the cat might hear it. That is, if it hasn't heard you already. This won't work. You need to hide somewhere else. Hurry! Hide in your bedroom. You quietly rush into the bedroom. I think I failed, guys. You've been working on the yard? Ooh, exciting, exciting. I've been pretty good. I've been busy. I've been working a lot. I had a trip earlier this year and just been working a lot. It's been tiring. But other than that, I'm good. How disappointing. You failed. Try again? Yes. Armchair? No, that's too close. It would find you immediately. Behind the kitchen counter? You've hidden there before, and it found you almost instantly. That won't work. I guess it is just leave. My first thought. You're halfway to the front door when... You look at the door and see several more locks over it than you know you have. You peek over at the cat. It's not looking at you, but you feel a wave of disappointment practically pouring from it into you. It feels almost like a warning. You back away from the door and the feeling slowly subsides, letting you breathe again. There's no getting out then. You need to hide. Did I do my bedroom last time? I think I did, didn't I? You quietly rush into the bedroom, carefully closing the door behind you. The only place to hide in your bedroom is your closet. Closet. The bedroom felt like the most obvious option. I figured running was. You lock the door as quietly as you can before lunging into the closet and sliding the door shut. As soon as you've secured yourself inside the closet, there's a sudden shift through the entire apartment, as if something consents that you're as ready as you'll ever be. As if it consents that you're ready to be hunted. A horrible chill runs down your spine as you realize that's what this game has become. This isn't a simple game of hide and seek anymore. This is being hunted by a predator as prey. It never really mattered where you chose to hide, did it? Bam. Jeez. As if in answer to your question, you hear a loud slam on the bedroom door. You just manage to hold back from making a startled noise at the sound. Your heart rate kicks up again, making it feel hard to breathe quietly. Hard to breathe in general. Tears fill your eyes as you cover your panting mouth with your shaking hands. It knows. It knows. Crying with your hands over your mouth, trying to smother the choke sounds leaving out of you. You slide down the wall at the back of your closet into a heap on the floor. Damn, this pussy don't take hide and seek lightly. A little too competitive. You flinch, harshly at the sound of the door being ripped off its hinges, followed by a loud crash against the wall on the other side of the room, like the door had been blown away. The silence that follows, it's almost too much to bear. You can't. A single sob escapes through your nose. You squeeze your eyes shut in defeat at how loud it sounds in the quiet of the room. Not much point in hiding it anymore anyway, is there? You instinctively put whatever energy you have left into listening for footsteps, even as you emotionally shut down. But you hear nothing. 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 Then something slides open the closet door. You've curled in on yourself, knees up, back curved forward, head down, mouth covered, eyes shut tight, so tight it hurts. You don't want to look. You don't want to look. But that's what it's waiting for. It won't end you without this final act of cruelty, of making you look at it before it takes your life. So cruel. You just want this to be over. So, you open your eyes. You see something glaring in at you from the darkness beyond the closet door. It looks disappointed. In the moment before you draw your last breath, you almost consider apologizing for being such unworthy prey. Guess your hiding skills were just as subpar as your speaking skills. Oh, sorry, seeking skills. My speaking skills now. Disappointing prey. I like that one. What was this one? This one was choosing all the locations. This one. We can play something else with the kitty. How come I always give you shit for reading ASMR scripts, but here with a fucking visual novel? You know, it's not that I don't want to do ASMR. I just don't have the patience to do it because I'm too picky. See, this is live. This is in the moments. Like, it's you know. How about yarn? If every movie and cartoon involving cats that you've watched since childhood is to be believed, then you can deduce with almost absolute certainty that cats frickin' love yarn. Probably. You unearth some from an old box in the hallway closet that's filled with knickknacks from various abandoned hobbies. You consider just handing the ball of bright red yarn over to the cat and supervising from the side. I'd also like to say, Super, I don't really overly enjoy visual novels for streaming because I understand you guys don't want to read with me. You want to hear reading. Like, you just don't want to see me skip through a bunch of text as I read on my own because that would be weird and kind of boring. I assume it would be. So I don't like doing visual novels because I don't like voicing multiple characters because I feel like I have two narration voices. Me and a slightly less interested narrator. I don't got a million voices, and I don't feel like I do voices good. So, like, if there's more than, like, one character, you don't see too many visual novels with one person. That being said, my fucking throat is, like, itchy today. I've been drinking water like crazy. So it's a heck of a day for me to choose a visual novel, just saying. But that would defeat the idea of playing together, wouldn't it? You cut off a decent length of string from the ball of yarn and go back to the living room. It looks so unimpressed. The cat is resting on the floor. Sorry guys, I'm a little sleepy from work. It's not asleep, but when it looks at you as you enter the living room, you feel like it could doze off right then and there. You'll fix that. You smirk a little, confident with your surprise. You let the piece of yarn dangle just above the floor, pinched between your thumb and index finger. The sudden shift in the cat's demeanor makes your heart start to beat a little faster. Its posture has barely changed at all. Just a subtle shift of the head and ears, a slight tension in the shoulders, a sharpness in the gaze that locks into the yarn dangling an inch above the floor. That cat could still pass as being almost relaxed, calm. And yet the air is thick with its eagerness to lunge forward. Sitting in silence while you read would be a little awkward. I agree, see? It's just like, if you're gonna do a visual novel, I feel like as a content creator, you gotta have like a good set of voices for it, you know? And I feel like I just don't have that skill. I mean, you guys have heard my man voice. Waiting for the right moment to strike. You feel like you've just witnessed the wake of the perfect predator. You're almost afraid of what will happen once you make the first move. But it will be you who makes the first move. You take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. And wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yoink! The cat had lunged the instant you wiggled the yarn. But you're faster. It completely misses as you flick your wrist, making the yarn recoil out of its reach like a terrified snake. Having overshot the landing in its eagerness, the cat stumbles and looks around as if shocked at its failed attack. You generously click your tongue to help reorient it. The cat whips its head around at the sound. You're slightly taken aback at the intensity of its stare on the yarn. But you persist. You wiggle the yarn again, encouragingly. And yes, maybe a little tauntingly. This time, the cat anticipates the yarn's upward dodge and leaps up to swipe at it. But you're already one step ahead, puppeting the yarn to dance gracefully out of the reach once more. Come on, you can do it. It's a little condescending, but you can't seem to help it. For some reason, it feels like a good knocking the feline... It feels a little good knocking the feline down a peg or two. At least it seems to be enjoying itself. You hope, anyway. You keep going. The cat's movements have gotten more aggressive. It must be getting frustrated. You could swear it nearly took a shot at your eye that last time. It had jumped so high and erratically. You've been keeping the yarn in constant motion, afraid to slow down. Your wrist is starting to get tired. The cat doesn't seem to be losing any energy, though. It's like it's getting faster and faster. Flick. 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 Uh-oh. Your wrist finally cramps sharply, making you lose control of the yarn's motion as the tip of it brushes lightly against your stomach. Bye, Steven. Splash! Oh, pain rips low across your torso. into your torso. Blood pours out of your mouth. In a daze, you look down and see red blooming slowly along the bottom of your shirt, around the tears in the fabric. Plop. Ah! You watch as long, thick ropes of something pour out from under your shirt into a bloody heap on the floor at your feet. A single red-streaked rope still hanging from you, connecting you to all that mess. Are those your... You crumble to the ground and topple over onto your side. Your vision has gone blurry, but... you can just make out the shape of something small and a deep, inky black as it walks over and inspects you. Oh god, here are your intestines. Before it starts to giddily roll around in the mass of your bloody insides next to you. Ooh. Darkness falls over you. The cat sounds happy. Nonsensically, you wonder where the yarn is gone, but there's really no need to worry about it. The cat seems content with the next best thing. At the end of your rope! Just throw it away from you, dumb. I agree! Who plays with a cat that close? That's how you, like, eat shit. Anyways, wasn't there... my save? Oh, no. I don't want to overwrite my save. I almost overwrote my save. I'm a dum-dum. This one, right? Laser pointer. Cats are curious creatures by nature. They're also natural hunters. Sort of. Why not pass the time by letting the cat hunt after something it'll never quite understand? That sounds a little mean when you think of it like that. But it's not that like the cat will know anyways. Ignorance is bliss. Or so they say. So you dig out your old laser pointer from your long gone dreaded days of group presentations in school. You flip it on and see that even after all this time, the batteries still work. You get a little kick out of aiming it at a mirror hanging in the living room, so it reflects off the glass, making a little red dot appear on your knee. Oh, dude, why would you put the laser on you? Anyone with a cat knows you don't fucking do that. The cat cautiously walks over, stopping every few steps to cast a look of suspicion at you. When it finally reaches you, it lightly presses a paw to your knee. Light for now. We're just playing as an idiot. You're right. We're a grade A idiot. Like it's trying to catch the dot of red light as casually as possible. You managed to hold back a chuckle. Not that it really matters. The cat isn't paying attention to you at all. Entirely focused on the light now resting on top of its paw. You move the light a little higher above your knee. The cat reacts immediately, trying to pin the light down. But in the next second, you've already moved it to the floor. The cat jerkily follows, attempting a more energetic pounce when you shift the red dot. Over here. Over there. And over there. By the couch. On the couch. The cat might be ignoring you, but you're certainly enjoying yourself. It's been a while since you've laughed this much. Are you gonna die from laughing at the cat? You're laughing so much, in fact, that you accidentally shift the red dot onto a lamp beside the couch. In its haste to get the light, the cat leaps onto the lamp, sending both to the ground. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. The cat is sitting in the middle of the former lamp's broken shards, back hunched, its head whipping around back and forth as if in a panic. You quickly turn off the laser pointer and rush over. I'm so sorry! Are you okay? Are you hurt? You reach down to pick up the cat and check it for any injuries when... Uh-oh. Splash. Ow! Hey! The cat swipes at you, claws extended. It backs up and twitches away, making frantic half-turns in various directions as if looking for something. Or waiting for something to appear. Oh, geez. That really hurt, you know? You hold the hand with the scratch close to your chest. It's bleeding, but it's not too big. You're more annoyed than anything, but... Immediately, your annoyance starts to bleed into concern. You watch in shock as the cat starts to run around, tearing at the carpet, the sofa, your armchair. You want to stop it, but you're afraid of getting in the middle of its rampage. You consider calling a vet for advice on how to calm it down, but for some reason, you feel like that wouldn't be a good idea. What happened to you? Is it... An idea comes to you, or rather, a realization. You grasp the laser pointer, aiming it safely away towards the floor in the middle of the living room. Thinking, hoping, that the cat would calm down if it found what it was looking for. You turn on the laser pointer. He just wants endless playtime. The cat's reaction is immediate. Big Boozy! You screwed up. In the span of mere seconds, you watch as the cat spies the red dot from its perch on the shredded armchair. Leaps high into the air. Changes in the air. Fuck. And slams down upon the dot on the floor with a weight and force that shakes the whole apartment. Maybe even the whole building. You wonder, dazedly, how none of the other tenants have rushed over to complain about the noise. Yet as you stare at the sight in front of you, the cat has somehow grown in size. Eyes bulging and glowing, tail thrashing, teeth enlarged, bared and covered alarmingly in a bubbled froth. Its giant claws rip and shred through the carpet, through the floor tiles, and even below them, ravenously trying to get at the red dot. Your hands are shaking. You don't know what to do. You feel trapped. You have to get away. Get it away from you. You slowly back up towards the door. The light moves with you. Instinctively, you flick the light away, this way and that, the cat stampeding after it. So fast! Smashing through the TV, breaking the couch in half. Too fast! Bulldozing through the wall, into the hallway. A chance. You turn, intending to bolt out of the door and never come back. But in your haste, you forget something. You forget several somethings. You forgot the laser pointer, gripped like a lifeline in your hand. You forget the mirror, still miraculously hanging on the wall next to the hallway. The laser reflecting off it, putting a small, glowing red dot on the back of your head. And as you reach the door, you forget that it's locked. You don't even have the chance to turn around before the cat lunges all the way across the room at you. It's not stopping until it gets the dot. You're torn to shreds before you can even blink. Targeted. I'm guessing there's a version of Where You Live after taking the cat home. Well, there's one true ending, and like, 40 bad endings, I guess. Well, it's a 40 endings, 39, I think, deaths, or it's a 39 something, and then one true ending, so 40 in total. It is such a ridiculous death, but I kind of love it. They're all really cute. I think my favorite was the one with growing hair and like being smothered in it. Spooks and pooks. Is this the hear me out? No hear me out. This is just about adopting a wholesome little kitty cat, which we're about to re-adopt. Oh, actually, I just realized I might have... Shit, there's no load from here. We'll skip. Oh, take the cat home. I accidentally skipped. Was there another option? Technically we haven't fed the cat. It is wholesome. The kitty's wholesome. Cats are always wholesome. We're gonna feed the cat. I mean, technically we fed the cat the first time, but like, we didn't feed the cat, you know what I mean? The cat looks hungry, so you decide to feed it. You're regretting not stopping for food earlier, as you don't have much left. Grocery shopping day is tomorrow, after all. You head to the kitchen and click your tongue, ensuring the cat follows after you. It leaps nimbly onto the kitchen counter and watches as you search for meal options. Let's see. You find some things you expect. A can of tuna in the pantry, some leftover meatloaf in the fridge, and... Huh? What's that? You realize there's a tightly sealed Tupperware on the bottom shelf of the fridge. Oh god, what did the demon cat bring in this time? You don't recognize it. A foul odor is leaking from the container. Whatever's inside can't be safe for human consumption. But the cat seems excited about it, practically salivating over it. Still, you're the caretaker here. You're the one who needs to decide what's best to feed a hungry cat. So you'll feed it. Oh, we get to make another choice. I'm gonna save it over here. Watch it be one of those ones where you don't really get a choice. You gotta go mystery food first, right? You know, we'll do meatloaf, then we'll come back for mystery food. We're gonna give this cat some meatloaf. You get the feeling the cat won't be too impressed with anything that comes out of a can. And you're not about to feed it whatever the heck that toxic-looking sludge is. So it's settled. A tuna sandwich for you and leftover meatloaf for your feline guest. You ignore the cat's disappointed meows as you put the weird container back in the fridge to dispose of later. You warm up the meatloaf in the microwave. You place the now warm meatloaf on a saucer next to the cat on the counter. You don't think you should be encouraging it to eat up here, but you figure it'll make up for electing not to feed it the toxic goop it wanted. The cat looks like it finds the meatloaf interesting. Works for you. Eat up, kitty! As the cat digs into its meal, you go about searching for some bread for your tuna sandwich. You're so distracted by your search that you only just barely hear. Splat. You turn around and see that the meatloaf has only one, maybe two bites taken out of it. But more alarmingly, there seems to be a red trail of something leading away from where the cat had been sitting and off the edge of the counter towards the living room. Is that blood? Gurgle, 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 gurgle. You know? You jump at the strange sound coming from around the corner, further into your apartment. You attempt to steal your nerves. Taking a deep breath, you walk around the counter to head into the living room. Splatty splat. You stepped in something warm and wet. And red. I feel like it took a bite out of my ass cheek when I wasn't looking and I just didn't notice. You resist the urge to vomit and step away from the trail of... You follow the trail into the living room and see that it leads into the hall. It's getting louder. It's definitely in the hall. You feel like you can hear your heartbeat. You hope whatever is in the hall can't. Your body shakes as you feel yourself step forward. And forward. And forward. And forward. You peek. Around the corner. Nothing. There's nothing there. What? You walk further into the hall and see that the trail leads all the way down to the end of it. But there's nothing there. You don't quite feel relief, but at least... Plop. Is it on the ceiling? You feel something wet and warm drip onto your cheek. Something very warm. You swipe your shaking hand across it and pull it back to see your fingers covered in something. God, this is some crisp cat ASMR. You look up and see what can only be described as meat? The entire ceiling of the hallway is covered in a thick, undulating, writhing layer of pulsing meat. At its center is a single glowing eyeball, frantically rolling around in every direction. Until it lands squarely on you. You try to take a step back, desperately to escape the hallway. To escape this thing. But before you can even scream, meaty tendrils shoot out and grab you. No! Let me go! They pull you up. And up. Into a pair of slowly opening jaws. And then... chomp. Leftovers. Oh wait, not this one. Ah shit. Load, does this count as load? It would have to. This one, right? Loading will lose on say yeah. So that was meatloaf. Do we want mystery food? You know I love me like a good gory like meat room, like meat environment. Bio-horror, kind of my thing. So like I kind of loved that there was like the cat turned into a goo monster in the ceiling. It's cute. And I gotta say, it's spooky yet adorable in this art style. Mystery food. Is this really a good idea? Ugh, fine. I guess if this is what you want. You open the container and... Ugh. You just barely manage to keep from throwing up. But just barely. The stench is overwhelming. Ugh. Mm. Yeah. Give me a minute. You hazard a look at the contents of the container, but... you honestly can't understand what you're supposed to be looking at. Everything is just mashed together. What exactly everything consists of is a mystery. You're more than happy to keep that unsolved. Different shapes, different sizes, different textures. Not the color, though. All of it is the same color. The most unfortunate looking shade of gray you've ever seen. Tinted with a nauseatingly wet green film over the top. Ugh. Am I supposed to warm it up, or... You don't really know how to serve it. Any utensil or plate that touches it is getting thrown out immediately. No exceptions. Your hands are going to be scrubbed with soap and hot water to within an inch of their lives after this. You decide against putting this crap in your microwave. You doubt it would taste or smell any better warm. Not wanting to hold it anymore, you shake your head and practically toss the container next to the cat on the counter. The cat enthusiastically dives for the toxic-looking sludge, sniffing it as if favoring the scent. You turn to the fridge and close it. You've lost your appetite. You're about to head to the bathroom to wash your hands for the next hour or so when... Oh! A sharp pain in your foot causes you to stumble. You catch yourself on the kitchen sink and look down to see that the tip of your sock is... red? And the red is still slowly spreading to the rest of your sock. Are you bleeding? You quickly reach down and pull off your sock to see the damage. Oh. Your middle toe is gone? It's just gone. Just a stump is left in its place, steadily leaking blood onto the floor. You clumsily step back, as it would help you get away from what you were seeing. The blood trail simply follows your movements. 911. You have to call 911. Phone, where's the... Oh, what? Your tongue is... What's happening to me? You slowly look over to find the cat still eating, completely unbothered by your suffering. Not bothering to try and stop the blood from your dribbling out of your mouth. You keep watching in a daze as the cat happily chews at a gross piece of... Wait. That's... You look more closely at the mysterious food in the cat's jaw. It looks vaguely familiar. It looks like a tongue. Before you can even think to do anything to stop it, the cat dives into the container again and bites into a piece that looks kind of... You collapse to the floor, clutching your torso. You writhe around on the blood-streaked tiles, crying. Something inside you just... Ugh. Blood pours out from deep within you. Whatever that was felt important. And now it's probably gone too. It hurts. It hurts so much. Please. You weakly try to reach up to the cat on the counter above you. Your vision blurs. From the effort, from the pain, from your tears, from... Your eyes. Your eyes! You fall limply back to the floor. You're leaking blood all over. From all over. Your foot, your mouth, your insides, your eye sockets. You can feel your life fading away too. That's fine. If it means not feeling the pain of losing another part of you, then... Hopefully the cat will take its time eating your eyeballs. And give you time to just... You are what you eat. You're the mystery meat the whole time. This one makes the least amount of sense. I do agree, but I still like the creativity. It's cute. You are what you eat, you know? Oh, Razor. Hello. Thank you for the itty bitty. How are you tonight, Razor? Well, we have to eat some tuna. There's still tuna to try. Cats like fish, right? Shrugging, you take out the tuna for the cat and the meatloaf for yourself. You put the frankly ominous container back in the fridge. The cat looks a little disappointed. Tough. You'll need to dispose of that weird whatever it is later. You open the tuna and spoon it into a small saucer. You put the saucer on the kitchen counter next to the cat. You don't think you should be encouraging it to eat up here, but you figure it'll make up for electing not to feed it the toxic goop it wanted. The cat looks like it finds the tuna acceptable. You'll take it. Eat up, kitty. As the cat digs into its meal, you go about heating up the meatloaf in the microwave. While setting the time, you hear, "Oh, it's hiccuping." You turn and see that the plate is completely empty. Whoa, that was quick. You need to pace yourself. My kitty's got hiccups. Ooh, thank you, Tori. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're so sweet. What the? You watch, baffled, as the cat continues to hiccup, causing little bubbles to float out of its mouth. Okay. That's okay. You can process this. It's not completely out of the realm of what's possible, right? Right. Best not to think too hard about it. Soon enough, the room is full of floating bubbles. The cat releases a final tiny bubble before yawning and laying down right there on the counter. I think it's full of like poisonous gas bubbles. Well, glad you enjoyed it. The bubbles haven't left the room or popped. They seem to be pretty resilient. Wait, what? What's that? As one of the bubble floats closer to you, you see that there's actually something inside it. A tiny, furry fish? Guys, the furries are back. We were the furry, now there's furry goldfish in bubbles. They look like the world's oldest bubble. You're right, you're right. This is just getting weirder and weirder. Still, you can't help but marvel at the impossible wonder in front of you. Don't pop it, man. Don't pop it. You lift a hand. You extend a finger towards the bubble. Carefully press it against the surface. Yeah, the fucking fish is gonna eat you now. The little fish inside lashes out, viciously sinking tiny fangs into your finger. It doesn't really hurt that much at first, but then... Ah! Ow! What? Pain starts to climb from your finger to the rest of your hand. Past your wrist. Could it be some kind of venom? You fling your arm around in an attempt to dislodge the fish, but... Are we popping all the bubbles? Oh god. God! You accidentally knock your arm into several of the bubbles floating around. More tiny, ravenous fish latch onto your flesh. You stumble back out of pain in a sudden bout of dizziness, only to bump into more bubbles. More fish digging their teeth into your back. It hurts. You're getting dizzy. You've got to get out. You deliriously try to stumble out of the kitchen. But the entire room is filled with the deadly bubbles. By the time you collapse to the ground, you're absolutely covered in tiny, angry, biting fish. Your legs, your torso, your arms, your face. The pain is unbearable. You can feel it in your skin, in your teeth, and your eyes, and your hair, and it's so consuming you can't even feel yourself convulsing. Or crying. You don't black out. Your eyes are still rolling up into your skull when you gasp out your last breath. Fish out of water. This is definitely the most avoidable, just to have the fish bubbles first. You're right, you're right. I want to say, you thought that other one was the most unbelievable, least making sense. What, fish bubbles? My cat burped bubbles? A million bubbles with deadly, venomous, fuzzy fish? That, like, bit me like snakes? I'd say that one's the worst right there. New Spider-Man movie is fun. I live in such a small town. We have a theater, but they don't get a lot of new releases. It's mostly replays and classics, and they do like community events like music nights and people come in and stuff. It's more like a little stage than a theater. And they don't get a lot of the new releases, and they didn't get the Spider-Man movie. So I will be waiting till it comes out to streaming, because I don't want to drive half an hour to go watch a movie. What's the point of the theater if they don't get new movies? It's kind of more like a event center with a movie screen. It only has one, like, actual screen in it, from what I understand. I haven't been in it, because, like, they don't have anything I want to watch. You saw it from someone else's theater. Fair. Was there any way to play with it still? That was just on second thought, right? I guess do something alone? Like what? Oh god, there's actually quite a few options. Time to save over. What should we do next, guys? Clean the apartment, watch a movie, take a map? I feel like the movie's calling to me since we're talking about the Spider-Man movie. A nap? Kind of relatable, honestly. We'll go nap. You're a little tired from the events of the day. Making life-changing choices like committing to the responsibility of caring for another living creature really wears you out. You could definitely use a nap. You head to your room and get dressed in your pajamas, before you decide to grab a glass of water from the kitchen. You head back to your bedroom, ready for a much-needed nap. Whoa! Only for the cat to race past you through the open door and jump on the middle of the bed. Bitch owns the place now. It takes its time kneading at the sheets before settling down and closing its eyes. You think it's gonna haunt me in my nightmares and, like, kill me in my sleep? It feels like a you die in your sleep, you die in real life situation. Maybe they put the Spider-Man movie in this game. Cute. Well, that was fast. You frowned thoughtfully. Now that your mind's on it, you find yourself really craving a nap in your own bed. There's no way you're settling for sleeping on the couch. Certainly not the armchair. Which means you should... Oh, there's too many diverging paths. We need another slot. I mean, we really want the bed to ourselves, right? We'll be nice, we'll share the bed. You shrug. What's the harm in sharing the bed, right? You both have had a long day, after all. You try to carefully avoid jostling the cat as you lay down, but it immediately scoots over and curls up against you anyways. You smile. Sweet dreams. You feel like you slept for a long time. You feel a warm weight on your back, but you don't see it. Oh, mystery solved then. You feel comfortable? You consider getting up, but as soon as the thought enters your head, your mind fills with static and a deep sense of disapproval. Not yet then, okay? The cat, jostled by your attempts at movement, kneads painfully at your back before settling down again and falling back asleep. You fall back into slumber too. Are we gonna sleep to death? It's night. You want to get up. Claws dig into your back like a warning. Tomorrow then, right? It's morning. You'll be late for work. But the cat doesn't budge. You don't even try to get up this time. You just close your eyes and drift off again. It's the next day. Since the last several days. Or has it been weeks? Or longer? You're not quite sure. You're hungry. You don't know how long you've been lying down. You feel sore on your back, but also in your stomach, your arms, your face, everywhere. You can't remember your last meal, the last time you drank anything. You've been sleeping all this time, but you feel exhausted, more tired than you think you've ever felt in your life. It feels like a giant hand is pressing you into the bed. You can't remember the last time you even considered moving, but somehow you know that you need to go back to sleep anyway. Everything will be fine if you just go back to sleep. You think you're hallucinating when the cat finally stirs. It stretches languidly before hopping off your back. You hear its feet padding through your still open bedroom door, its steps fading down the hall. You don't open your eyes. You don't move. You're afraid you don't remember how. You're afraid that the static will return if you try. But you eventually do try. You try to pop yourself up on your arm. It's thinner than you've ever seen it. Thinner than you think you should be possible. Crack. The arm snaps under the weight of your body and crumbles to dust on the bed sheets. It doesn't hurt in the slightest. As if even your nerves have dried up and become as useless as... well, as useless as you feel in general. Just how long have you been laying in bed? You don't have much time to think about it. Your failed attempt at sitting up sends you tumbling over the side of the bed like a rag doll. Ooh. But you think you're probably closer to being a ceramic doll, as your body shudders instantly upon impact with the floor. Oh god. Your head rolls towards the door, letting you watch as the rest of your strewn body parts crack and crumble and turn to broken ruin as your consciousness begins to fade. The cat strolls into view then, poking and prodding at the remains of your brittle limbs. Bad kitty, you try to say. But you think your jaw might have snapped off earlier as well. Almost as if sensing your attention, the cat walks over to you. Well, your head at least. And you watch with your final conscious seconds as it lays down, curling its body around you. Aw, it's comforting me in death. It feels warm. Well, maybe another nap couldn't hurt. Just a cat nap. That's your favorite death, napping to death? Push the cat off the bed. You tentatively nudge the cat in an attempt to make it move on its own. It doesn't budge in the slightest. Keep trying. This is your bed. You push a little more firmly this time. The cat sounds annoyed with you. I feel like there's comeback from this. Do I save again? Fuck it. Why not? What if we back out? Oh, okay, never mind. We gotta commit. I should know by now. Backing out doesn't do anything. Again, you will sleep in your bed. The cat opens one yellow eye and slides it up to look at you. Is its voice a little deeper than before? Move the cat? Move the cat. You move forward, ready to shove the cat with all your might. It pushed me off, little fucker. Gah! You're thrown back by some invisible force and crash into the dresser before falling to the ground. Wind knocked out of you, you look up in a daze. You don't quite comprehend what it is you're seeing. A strong, swirling wind is picked up, throwing items all over the place, as if a miniature hurricane had just taken form in your room. And right there in the center of it all is the cat, hovering in the air above the bed, its eyes open, glowing like molten lava. You watch as a vortex rips open in the center of your bed, and panic as the swirling wind turns into a vacuum, dragging you towards the bed. Ugh. Your nails catch and tear as you desperately try to cling to the carpet, the floorboards, and any and every piece of furniture within your reach. Bloody fingers slipping clumsily on every surface. But there's nothing you can do. As you touch the vortex, your body starts to... Oh, is it gonna rip apart? Disintegrate. Tiny particles of your body separating and floating into nothing. The last thing you see is the cat landing nimbly on the bed and kneading at your sheets, before it curls up and falls back to sleep. Do not disturb. I like that one. Okay, we're done with all the naps now. What? I think I've loaded too many times. What is this? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was just so tired of everything. Not you. Never you. But I couldn't be the person you deserve. Could never hope to be. You were so amazing. Smart and talented and independent. You shined. But in comparison, damn it. So stupid. So worthless. But when it approached me, it didn't tell me that it wanted me. It needed me. Maybe that's what I wanted all along. Wanting could be so fleeting, but to be needed? There was nothing I wouldn't give to have someone tell me that I mattered to them, that they needed me. You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. Okay, so this is pretty much the same thing, right? I don't know. He yoinked us. It's the same... Yeah, same intro. But I wanted to load my save. History? Oh, it saves like every little bit, huh? Load. I was trying to load, is it this one? No, not this one. This guy? Yeah! Okay, so we took both naps. We're gonna watch a movie now. I think so. I think I hit load, but now I'm starting to doubt I hit continue. But I mean, regardless, that first part was new. Every time we sort of like come to the beginning loop, it changes a little bit, it seems. You're not tired enough for a nap, but you're too lazy to get started on any of your chores. So you decide to watch a movie. You get dressed in your favorite pajamas, make some popcorn with an obscene amount of butter, and head over to your armchair. Only to discover that the cat is already napping in it. You frown a little in thought. Your couch isn't at the best angle for optimal TV viewing pleasure, and you don't feel like pushing it around and having it put back later. Your only options you have left are to sit on the floor or move the cat and reclaim your throne. We know how reclaiming goes. You square your shoulders. Sorry, kitty, but that's my spot. You pick up the cat and place it on the floor. It's clearly upset with you. When you try to pet it as an apology, it dodges your hand and scampers away. You shrug and put on a random movie before nestling into your chair. It's some horror film that you love to heckle from beginning to end. Nothing but an endless string of pointless jump scares. Did the writers not know the meaning of the word subtle? What was that? Was that the bathroom? The cat must have gotten into the medicine cabinet, or knocked something over. Calming your thundering heart with a deep breath, you pause the movie and get up to investigate. You know who else's cat accidentally got into a medicine cabinet? The guy from Obsession, just saying. Whoa! The cat dashes between your legs from the hall. Fleeing the scene only makes you look guiltier, you know. You're even more reluctant to see the damage now. You just want to relax and watch your bad horror movie. You go into the bathroom and turn on the light. Just as you thought, all the stuff in your medicine cabinet is scattered on the tiles. You sigh. At least none of it looks broken or damaged. You crouch down to pick everything up. Pick. Did the drawer just close? Did you bump it when you crouched down, or... Well, at least the cat can't come in and make more of a mess this way. The lights? Didn't you just replace the bulbs? They weren't faulty, were they? You never remember to hold onto your receipts for situations like these. You doubt you'll be able to get your money back. You stand up. You shake out the pain in your knees from crouching and open your medicine cabinet. Carefully, you place everything back where they belong, making sure nothing is missing. You close the cabinet door. Ah! You jump back, slamming against the wall, covering your mouth. You look back up at the mirror on the medicine cabinet door, too. See? Nothing. Nothing? What the hell? Something was... You know you saw something just now. You know you did. Right? You definitely saw something. Ah! You rush out of the bathroom and slam the door behind you without looking. You enter the hall and... No. No. You shield yourself with your arms and... Nothing. Nothing again. You peek through your fingers and see just your usual hallway. You don't feel very good. You need to sit down. You carefully make your way back to the dark living room, trying not to overwhelm your senses any more than you already have. Maybe you should watch something a little more lighthearted. Or just lie down instead? You don't know. It's a little hard to think. You just need to sit down. Stumbling forward, you reach your chair. But it's nothing at all. Just the cat sitting back in your chair again, looking up at you curiously. But it's enough. Your heart lurched so harshly out of a mixture of fear and anticipation that it completely gives out. Your eyes roll up into your skull. You feel yourself falling back. You're dead before you even hit the ground. Ending 4. Real subtle. I wonder if you choose you saw something rather than you definitely saw something. Oh, Jesus. Oh. You rush out of the bathroom and slam the door behind you without looking. You enter the hall and... No. No, 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 no! You shield yourself with your arms and... Well, I don't want... No. I don't know, but I worry because there wasn't another choice. So what if I miss some dialogue? Nothing. Nothing again. You don't feel very good. You need to go sit down. I think it's just the same thing. It doesn't matter. Are you sure, Super?
Hello.
Oh, no. Hi, Bubbles. How you doing? It's just the same ending. It didn't matter which option I picked. Got it. As fast as that was, I could tell. We did the cat on the bed, so is it this one? No. I gotta overwrite this one. Okay, we got... Was there other options with watch a movie? Oh, there was like the sit with the cat thing. Oh, I don't want auto on. Sit on the floor. Just getting home from a birthday party? You're always so busy, Bubbles. I'm good. Just a little tired from work, but I'm good. It's an International Cat Day. I mean, for most people, it's not anymore, but it was. Sit on the floor. You decide to sit on the floor. The cat is a guest, after all, and you pride yourself on being a good host, if nothing else. Well, at least you would if you'd ever had any guests over before. You grab a blanket and some pillows and make a comfy nest in front of the chair. It's gonna like tear my scalp off, isn't it? You pop in a random movie from your collection and tell instantly that it's one of your favorite horror films. You've seen it a few times already, but it never fails to get your blood pumping. A few minutes in, and you're already invested, getting reacquainted with the story and characters. The scares won't come until later, but... For some reason, you feel like something is watching you from behind. I wonder if it's the cat behind you. You're already giving your cat extra love today? You're always busy. Yeah, fair. Summer's a busy time for a lot of people, especially families. You know it's probably nothing, but you feel compelled to check anyway. You peek over your shoulder. Yeah! Only to jump out of your skin, jostling a few pieces of popcorn out of the bowl in your lap. The cat is awake and looking right at you. Ugh. You take a calming breath, recovering from your heart nearly lurching out of your chest, and immediately feel foolish. Ooh, thank you, Bubbles. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's just the cat, of course. It was so quiet you'd forgotten it was right behind you, even though it's the whole reason you're sitting on the floor in the first place. You shakily pick up the remote, intending to rewind some of the parts you missed. However, as soon as you press the rewind button, the TV shuts off. You blink confused. Nothing else turned off. The kitchen's dim light was still on. The digital clock was still glowing, and the movie player was still rewinding. The power clearly didn't go out, so why? You feel a chill run down your spine as you catch the cat's reflection in the dark TV screen. It's still looking at you. Cats stare silly. It's kind of their thing, right? And you're a new addition in its life. Of course it's going to study you closely to see if you're trustworthy. As you mentally reassure yourself... Oops. Reassure yourself, you turn the TV back on. Huh? What? The TV's on, but the movie isn't what's playing on screen. It's... The Ring! Cat Edition. It's you? You watch yourself from on screen as you feel your brow furrow in tandem. It's like footage of you in real time, like you're being recorded. You feel the familiar sensation of your mind focusing on small details to avoid the bigger picture of your current situation. Avoiding the question of how this is happening, or who or what is doing this, and why. Suddenly, your mirrored self smiles and waves at you, all on its own. You don't wave back, too stunned to move. The you on the screen doesn't seem to mind, though. It then stands up. It walks out of frame, and... Ah! A terrified yell rips out of your mouth before you can think to stifle it. On screen, in the chair, is the cat. But it's wrong. It's become a large, swollen mass of black fur. Its twitching pulse, arrhythmical, with its slow, almost methodical breaths. Its mouth is a yawning entrance to a black abyss, framed by a set of teeth that looks very, very sharp. Glowing eyes bulge all over its body. Biblically accurate cat angel? It's still looking at you. It doesn't even acknowledge your on-screen persona as they walk back into frame and pet it almost lovingly. Then, the you inside the TV touches one of the cat's fangs. You flinch at a sudden, sharp pain in your palm. You look down and sure enough, your hand is bleeding. You're not particularly afraid of blood, but for some reason the sight of it leaking out of you sends another chill down your back. A thought, clear and terrible, flashes across your mind. It's not just the mutated cat in the TV that's watching you, is it? Don't look behind you. 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 You watch helplessly as your on-screen self smiles and nods at you almost encouragingly. They stand in front of the cat's gaping jaw. They look into the dark depths. And as you're torn between the horrifying realization of what's about to happen and the gripping wonder of what they see looking back at them from that deep, deep darkness, they jump in. Darkness is a sudden presence all around you, pressing in, holding you down. And yet you somehow also feel weightless. You can't tell if you're falling, but it doesn't feel like you're laying down or standing either. You feel warm. You feel cold. You feel everything. You feel nothing. You feel nothing. Ending 3. Silent film. No angel. That was our biblically accurate cat angel, excuse you. This one, right? Fuck, wrong one again. This one? Yeah. We get to clean our apartment now. You decide that even if it's your day off, that doesn't mean you should be completely unproductive. You know you have a guest and all, but you really shouldn't put off your chores. An angel wouldn't tell you to not be afraid. Fair. Best to get them done while you're in the mood to do so. So for now, you get dressed, roll up your sleeves, and get to work on cleaning the apartment. At least, you try to? You sweep the living room. You wipe the kitchen counter. Okay, you don't make your bed, but who actually does that anyway? Still, you notice that no matter how much you clean up, you keep finding more messes than when you started. You peek over at the cat. You suspect that it might be the culprit behind this mystery, but every time you rush to check on it or catch it in the act, you always find it napping in the living room. You keep cleaning, but the cat, or something, keeps leaving more and more mess in its wake. We'll save that as number 2. Catch the cat in the act. How are you supposed to finish cleaning up, but this little imp is making a menace of itself? No. You know the cat's the culprit. You consider locking it up in the bathroom, at least until you clean the rest of the apartment. But it just doesn't seem fair when you don't actually have any proof. You need to investigate this further. You need proof. Not just for the sake of your sanity, but more importantly, for the sake of cleanliness. You start to clean again and peek behind you, catching mere glimpses of a paw here or a tail there. But as with earlier, when you rush back to the living room, the cat is still sleeping. Okay, you want to play, cat? Then let's play. This time, you decide to lay a trap, one your feline friend won't be able to resist. You tackle the kitchen island counter and give it the works. It's glistening by the time you're done. It's so clean, you'd dropkick anyone who even thought of eating off of it. The perfect trap for your little cleaner saboteur. You whistle innocently as you exit the room and hide around the corner of the entryway to the hall. From the angle you're at, you have a perfect view of the cat and the island counter. There's no way you won't catch the culprit in the act now. If it really isn't the cat, maybe you'll give it a treat as an apology for your suspicions. But as you deliberate if you should stop by the grocery store to get some fish, the cat starts to shift? Does it multiply? Its back, that was rising and falling evenly moments ago, is now rippling in small tremors like an agitated wave on a black sea. It's shuddering. It's bubbling. That's a tumor. Oh, it's bulging. It's bulging. Oh, it is a little extra. Pop? How many of these are running around the apartment? How many can it make? What the hell? You gape in disbelief as another cat bursts out of the still sleeping feline you'd been taken home with you. You're fairly certain that's not how cats give birth. But more importantly, you watch cat number 2 shake itself off before leaping up onto the counter, rolling around on top of it and leaving fur and grime in its wake. Probably should have given it a bath earlier. You feel like your mind is lagging behind the reality of the discovery you've just made. But you don't seem capable of thinking beyond smaller observations. For example, though the hows and whys of what you're witnessing elude you, the more pertinent question that strikes you is that if the original cat is still sleeping, and the clone cat is busy making yet another mess, then where are all the other clones? Yeah, that was my thought. Suddenly, the two cats look directly at you in perfect unison. Their eyes pin you to the spot with their intensity. But you realize with the familiar sinking feeling of being watched from behind that they're not the only ones looking at you. You slowly turn around. He's just a little guy. Have you not been seeing what these little guys are doing to me? Holy fuck. Packed in the hall behind you, from the floor to the ceiling, is a living, breathing, writhing wall of cats. Of clones. All piled on top of each other. The glowing golden eyes of every cat in the undulating wall of pure black fur. Every single eye is trained on you. Out of fear and a sheer desperate need to distance yourself from this blight on reality and order, you take a single step back. And in response, the wall just breaks. I got drowned in pussy. The cats all stampeding over you. It'd be kind of cute if their soft paws weren't hiding claws as sharp as knives. You try to protect yourself, but there's too many of them. Blood leaks steadily from your scratches. You feel dizzy. With what little strength you have, you turn your head and watch as the cats tear through carpet and upholstery, knock over vases and dishes and lamps, claw at the walls. It's going to take forever to clean this up, you think. Maybe you'll tackle it all again. Maybe you'll tackle it all again later, right after you take a short nap. With an annoyed sigh, you breathe your last breath. Double trouble. Imagine your last breath just being annoyed. Like, that'd be horrible. I guess keep cleaning this time, right? You keep cleaning, but there's just more mess. And more. And more. When you finally stop and look around, you're consumed by the mess. You don't even recognize your home anymore. There's piles of junk everywhere. Do you even own this much stuff? You don't remember ever buying or receiving most of it. The piles tower over you. Is it like a cat dimension? Is he like portaling shit over from somewhere? You feel claustrophobic. The stench of garage is overwhelming. Garbage is overwhelming, despite your hands feeling raw from all the cleaner fluid you've been using. Your eyes still burn from the bleach. You need some air. You need to get out of here. You hear a crash and see a teacup you're certain you don't own smashed on the floor. You look up and see the cat perched on a teetering pile of china and kitchen appliances. It carefully nudges another teacup from the pile, sending it careening to the ground. But you don't even flinch as it shatters. Instead, you start to chuckle. Suddenly, you're laughing. It's so hilarious. That tears start running down your face. I knew it was you! You did this, didn't you? You pick up the largest piece of ceramic from the broken teacups. Didn't you? And throw it at the cat. Oh, that's a mistake. The cat dodges by leaping out of the pile. The pile sways. It sways. It's falling. It's falling towards you. Oofies. Cat didn't even really kill me that time, did it? You can't move. You're buried. The pile fell on top of you. Broken shards of fine china and sharp utensils are piercing your skin. Your organs. Your bones feel loose and limp, crushed under the heavy appliances. Warm liquid pools under you. With the last of your strength, you listen as the cat pads over to you before laying down and purring sleepily. Yeah, a nap sounds pretty good. Ending 1. A not so clean getaway. I don't know what we're missing anymore. I think I did all the options there. Maybe continue again? You're walking. Right, of course. We've already seen this. We'll skip ahead. I don't know what you do still. Let's take the cat home. Maybe I did miss something. Was there any other options for alone? Or should we do? On second thought. Think that blue cat, feed cat, pet cat. I don't know where we need to start. Maybe we got all of them already. Complete, 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 complete. Oh no, we're missing a lot. Oh, we're missing a shitload. Why did I even think we were close? I don't even know where to span off to. Maybe if we leave the cat again? Maybe? Like, don't take it home again? As cute as it is, you'd never take this thing home with you. Damn. I was wondering why there is no skip. You just can't take it home with you. Irresponsible adult. You are. With rent and bills to pay for, not to mention you need to buy food to survive too. There's no way you could afford to care for a cat for long term, right? You can barely afford this little outing on your day off. What to do? Ah, here we go. I was like, I have no idea where we're going at this point with all this. Commit! Leave it! You don't think it's a good idea to get the cat's hopes up of having someone looking after it if you're not willing to commit. What if it gets attached and somehow tracks you down back to your home? You'd never get away. Oh, that was so quick. Sorry. Be around, I guess. You stand up, the cat watching your every move. You make it halfway out of the alley when the cat's meows almost pitifully at you. I feel like this is another I need options, you know? Ignore. No? Nope. You need to nip this in the bud and get on with your day. It's what's best for both of you. You leave the alley and continue on your way. Wait, what was I doing? In all that excitement of dealing with your furry dilemma, you'd forgotten that you still hadn't decided on what you were going to do with your day off. Oh shit. We've opened so many possibilities. Okay, dog park. We're anti-cat this round. You decide to take a stroll in a park or something. The only one within walking distance is the nearby dog park. You think it'll make you feel better. First you get to see a cute cat today, now you'll get to see a cute dog. Several of them, in fact. I'd laugh at the cats just, like, disguised as a dog now. Meow, 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 meow. I like this song. The park is bustling with owners and their canine companions, playing frisbee, fetch, running, jumping, even napping. Such cuties. Whatever. Like you'd want anything to do with these mangy mutts. Huh? What's wrong? You didn't think that. You decide to move on. The dogs are also adorable. You want to pet every single one you came across. But you know not all owners are cool with strangers just walking up and manhandling their pets. Not all dogs appreciate it either. So you stroll around the path, trying to exude a welcoming aura that will beckon one of these cute doggies to you. You don't have to wait very long. Oh my god. You stop as the smallest, cutest puppy you've ever seen scampers up to you, blocking your path. What the fuck are two of these options? Three of these options. I didn't process kick the puppy. We're gonna need another save slot. This music's like really amping me up for kill. Super! What did we do to the puppy first? Kick! You know, we're starting out strong. We'll work our way up to kill and eat. What? It's just a puppy. There's no way I would ever do that. Okay, never mind. How much you want to bet we'll kill or eat the puppy? You feel like that's the most humane? Leaving the park is the most humane. Oh, kill it is. No! That's horrible. There's no way I would ever do that. Do you think I'd eat the puppy? I feel like one of these fucked up options I'm gonna do. That's disgusting. I think I'm gonna be sick. No way I would ever do that. Okay, fuck off. It didn't even eat. Come on, you had to do one of the fucked up options. Oh, what did I just do? Pick up the puppy. You pick up the puppy and... What? 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 Why is there a countdown? Ah! Terrified, you drop the puppy to the ground, practically throwing it from you. You immediately feel horrible, wincing in guilt at the tiny yelp it releases upon hitting the ground. The owner shoves you aside with a cutting glare and storms away with their puppy. I'm sorry, you call out, but they don't even turn back or respond. Not that you expected them to. You deserved it. You're not feeling so great about leaving the park at the moment. Or about being at the park at the moment. Maybe you should leave? There's so many options! Holy shit! Stay at the park. You stay at the park. You try to calm down by watching all the dogs from afar as you walk along the path. But every so often, one will run up to you. And when they do, they look wrong. Their owners don't seem to notice. You find a bench and sit down for a quick break, closing your eyes. Maybe this wasn't the best idea after all. Maybe you should have stayed with me instead. You're broken out of your thoughts when something lands gently on your lap. You look down and see a frisbee on your thighs. Hey, sorry about that. Can you throw that back? You look up to see an owner waving at you in the distance, but more importantly... Oh god. A series of excited barks jerk your gaze forward, and you see a large dog sprinting towards you. This is giving me chills. A series of excited barks jerks your gaze forward, and you see a large dog sprinting towards you. Hey, hurry and throw it back. Oh, leave! For like 2 seconds. Good, and don't come back. What? Back to the park. We weren't done with that shit. Pick up the puppy. We gotta pick up the puppy. Hold on! You just barely managed to rein in the reflex to throw the puppy as far away from you as possible. While with shaking hands, you quickly place the puppy on the grass and take several jerky steps back. The owner seems confused by your reaction to their puppy. But you just wave at them in a daze before hastily stumbling away. Okay, this is gonna be the same thing. Stay at the park. Throw! You throw the frisbee and the dog runs in the opposite direction, jumping and catching it right out of the air. Impressive. The dog and the owner walk up to you. Thanks for that. You can pet him if you want. The dog looks up at you, eager for its reward of pets and pats for catching the frisbee. Should I? Pet dog! Really? Are you sure? I'm warning you. Do not touch that mutt, or you will regret it. Pet the dog? It's gonna be dog food. You reach out your hand and you pet the dog. The dog seems pleased. I have enough saves nearby. It's super. Honestly, the skip feature is useful. You don't feel well. Suddenly, the sky begins to darken rapidly. You look up along with all the pet owners to see that the sun has been eclipsed by the moon in the blink of an eye. You vaguely remember that you should never look directly in an eclipse. For some reason, you don't look away. A loud, piercing yowl fills the air, shaking the ground beneath you. You instinctively move to lift your hands in order to shield your ears. But... Ooh, dog jelly! But the hand that had been cautiously pressing upon the dog's head comes away with some resistance. Resistance like sticky slime, almost cementing your hand to the dog's head. The slime stretches with your movement. The dog's head stretches with it too, as the canine begins to just melt. It melts and melts until it becomes a pile of goo at your feet. You dazedly look around for the dog's owner, only to find an empty pile of familiar clothes where they once stood. You see similar piles of clothes next to piles of goo scattered all across the park's open field. Damn, I just caused a mass murder of dogs. All the dogs, all their owners. The melted goo of the dog in front of you then starts to move with a shudder. Ooh. Oh, are they all gonna float up to the eclipse? Oh, one giant goo dog. It slithers across the grass towards the field in the center of the park. All the other piles of goo following after it. Cat goo? They mix and meld together into a growing single entity that shifts and undulates and bulges and grows. You watch in dazed horror as it is then fills out and shapes itself. Arf arf. Into a behemoth of a dog. Snarling and frothing at the mouth, red eyes frantic and searching. Before the glowing orbs land directly on you. The rumble growl it emits is so low and deep, you can feel the sound of it crash into you. I mean, there's only one option. No. You had your chance. Better start running. Very SCP-001 of this game. You try to run. You're not fast enough. The behemoth barely takes a few leaps before it's already towering over you. You know, this is just a yandere cat game. It tears you apart until there's nothing left. Dog person! I had this checkpoint, which I figured is close enough, you know? Throw? It was throw, right? Yeah, throw. Leave! A wise decision. This game is actually pay you want, so I downloaded it for free, and I was gonna kind of gauge what I felt like the game was worth after I played it, and then donate to the page, because honestly, I wasn't entirely sure how long it was or how much value it gives, so I felt kind of awkward doing it, like, pay what you want off the bat. It's on itch.io. Typically, I'll download a game off of there and then kind of decide what I want to pay for it afterwards, so... Technically free. Technically. I think I'll... Okay, this just loops me back around, so there wasn't really anything new then. Let's, I think there was still some stuff we could do at the dog park, though. That one, no, but... Oh, no, I don't want to overwrite. I keep almost overwriting. We couldn't eat the puppy, we couldn't kill, we couldn't kick. It's leave the park or pick up the puppy. And then there was drop it. We didn't drop it. Ah! Terrified, you dropped the puppy to the ground, practically throwing it from you. So, honestly, I might have thrown the puppy. I thought I just dropped it earlier when I didn't choose something. You immediately feel horrible, wincing in guilt at the tiny yelp it releases upon hitting the ground. The owner shoves you aside. I don't think it's going to be different. Yeah, that was the same idea. Okay, so we did all the park then, right? I would assume. So. Can you get the... I could send you the link to the page and you can download it for free too. Okay, I don't know, how many more endings do we have? I was thinking maybe we should make this like a 2-part stream, because like... There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, about 24? Oh, it literally says 17 out of 40. My bad! Wait, 17 out of 40? It didn't even look like there's fucking 40 options total. Maybe... How? I'm almost 3 hours in, and we're not even, like, halfway on this. 3 more endings? 3 more endings? I could do 3 more endings. I'm thinking 3 more endings. Go to the carnival. We'll finish another path route. How about that? You spend the day at the carnival. Ferris wheel, roller coaster, pharaoh boat. Rides you've been on before. Hoops, coin toss, balloon darts. Games you've played before. Funnel cake, popcorn, cotton candy. Food you've eaten before. All things you've enjoyed before. You're surrounded by groups of people, all having fun together. Laughing, playing, eating, taking pictures, making memories. And then there's you. The sun hasn't started to set yet, still high in the sky, but it will soon. You start to wonder if maybe you should just go home for the day. Oh, oops. When you stop in your tracks. You see something new. An attraction you've never seen before. A maze of funhouse mirrors? Ooh, I love me funhouse mirrors. They're always so cliche in horror. It sounds kind of lame, honestly. There isn't even a line to get in. But then, what else is there to do? Enter the maze. You enter the maze. A few rooms in, and you notice that the mirrors aren't all weird. Some just show you looking back at yourself. A little bored, a lot tired, and so very, very... Maybe this was a mistake. Why did you think going into a maze of mirrors was a good idea? Even if it was something new to experience. I can't do this today. You turn around to head back the way you came. Only to bump into a mirror. Ow. What the? Where's the exit? You try again, only to find another mirror blocking your way. By the time you're all turned around, you realize that the way you came in is completely gone. Oh, okay, don't panic. I just have to keep going forward, right? You step through the only opening you can find and nearly trip over something on the ground. You bend down and pick it up. What's this doing here? In your hands rests a worn-looking flashlight. Curious, you flick it on. Oh, funhouse in the dark? Click. Huh. The light doesn't look very... Crap, the light! Did the power go out, or did the attraction operator forget we're in here? How long have you been in here exactly? You pull out your phone to check the time, or maybe call the police. Your phone is dead. You grip the flashlight in your hand. The light it emitted earlier was dim enough for you to know there's probably not that much juice left. Best to reserve it for a worst case scenario and feel your way out. Yeah, you can do this. You take a calming breath. Well, forward we go. Hello, darling adventurer. Who said the... Welcome to the Mirror Maze. Would you like to know how to navigate the maze? Here. No, but I have some questions. Oh my god. Can you tell me about the maze again? As you wish. Once again, welcome to the Mirror Maze. You're in a bit of a jam, but don't worry. You're in good hands. Or rather, good paws. See these little cuties here? They'll be doing their best to guide you through the maze. Aren't they generous? When you enter a room, the emergency light will flash, letting you see the past before you for a second, and also what lies beyond them. Whenever you see these kind kitties, just go where they are and you'll reach the next room. Unfortunately, they're not the only things in here. It is highly suggested that you refrain from following any of our other guests. They can be sneaky or distracting, but they're always hostile. So please, take caution when advancing to the next room. Of course, this wouldn't be much of a mirror maze without mirrors. Can they hurt you? No, they're just mirrors, silly. They don't do anything at all. And you can't do anything to them either. They're just an obstacle you can't pass through. Go left, go center, or go right. The choice is yours. Though, if you find a room with no helpful kitties in sight, and all the paths lead to a mirror or something else, it's recommended that you stay put. And just maybe it'll work itself out. Now for your navigation tools. Oh my god. That flashlight you found doesn't have much juice left. It'll only let you get a quick extra peek at your surroundings about 5 times, so try not to use it all up at once. You can keep track of your progress to the rooms up to the left, or your lives up to the right. You've got 3 lives, so be careful to avoid the less friendly guests lurking around. With only 3 lives, you ask? Because you're soft and squishy? It would take much to damage you beyond repair. Damn. And besides, you're human, and humans usually have the 1 life, yes? And here, you get 3! Don't you think you ought to show a little more gratitude? And that's the end of your tutorial. Hopefully it was helpful. Are you ready to play? Reset settings. We can make it harder. I think we should save here. Did I save here or did I already? Maybe. I think I saved right before it, but we'll save again. Can you turn off the flash, please? Oh, that's probably if you're epileptic. Can you let me go? Your request to forfeit is denied. Let me be here. Screaming is not allowed in the maze. I feel like this is if you want it harder, if you're wanting easier. I'm ready to play. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh god, okay, good kitty, good kitty. Right? Right. Okay, next room. Good kitty. Right. Okay, next room. Left. Okay, next room. None, stay. This room feels off. Just wait. I think something just changed. Left. Okay, next room. Left. Okay, next room. Center or stay? Oh, it's a mirror, so stay. This room feels off. Just wait. I think something just changed. Center. Okay, next room. Right. Okay, next room. Right. Next room. Right. Right. Straight. Center. Center. The kitty is our salvation. Stay. Left. Center. Oh, fuck. Oops, flashlight. Center. Right. Center. Left. Center. Center. Left. Left. Stay. You see it. The exit. You run forward, but as you do, the scenery shifts. Just slightly at first. But you're running too fast to stop yourself from colliding into the glass. Am I gonna die by blunt force trauma? How do we pick the longest possible thing to do after deciding to do 3 more? You know, why not, Super? We should have known. Funhouse drama. Except, you don't quite go into the glass. You don't exactly collide with it either. You simply pass through it. And on the other side, you see an endless white void and death. Oh god. Lost souls like me that didn't listen and take the cat? Oh, myself. Lovely. Yourself? Dozens of you. Hundreds of you wandering around. Aimless, faceless, and empty. So empty and listless, they don't even acknowledge your presence. Just because I didn't take the cat. Those are all the me's that didn't take the cat. You try to turn back, but the glass doesn't give. Past the glass, a familiar black cat walks up and looks at you. You think it meows at you, but you can't make out the sound. It tilts its head, then walks away. The glass goes dark. And you are one of the many aimless. Then you watch helplessly as it disappears completely. You're trapped, with only yourself as company. You beat the maze. Okay, well, we clearly need to fail the maze. Center. 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 Suddenly, the lights turn on. Your eyes burn from the sudden brightness. As your vision adjusts, you see that you're completely surrounded by mirrors. The reflections, all grotesque in unique ways, look nothing like you. But they do look hungry. You back up. You don't know where to go. Was there even a way out to begin with? You bump back into a mirror and feel a hand firmly grip your shoulder. Chomp. Yeah. There's a sharp pain in your shoulder. You rip away, looking back to see some thing leaning out of the mirror. It has no features, save for a large, gaping mouth, stained in your blood. Looking around in a panic, you think that the mirrors feel closer than before. The path you'd come in from is long gone. You're surrounded. And every time you blink, you could swear the mirrors were getting closer. And closer. And closer. Your horrifying reflections looking hungrier. And hungrier. And hungry. You failed the maze. Was there... Where are you? Okay, no need to get snippy. Let's begin then. Oh, this is just a... Okay, so... Was there something else at the carnival? No, don't overwrite. Jesus. I don't know if there was, but we can double check. Do something else? There's gotta be a better way to spend your day off than wandering around staring at weird mirrors. Now what? Okay, no, I guess that was it for the carnival. It just had 2 options? Although there might be, if I go in the maze, maybe if I die to a different creature, there's a different ending? We could check that, I suppose. No, don't overwrite. My specialty. This game's way too easy? Is that so? There. All done. Wait, what did you do? You'll see. Okay, let's go. Maybe there's a new ending if I do the harder maze. Okay, left. Left. Center. Right. 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 Left. Center. Stay. Oh! Left. Center. Oh, right. Center. Stay. How is this giving me the chill? Oh, fuck. Wrong button. Left. Center. Left. Left. Center. Stay. Right. Center. Right. Stay. He added a timer and there was some more like effects on the screen. You see it, the exits. We will skip and see. There's a skip button, so I doubt this is... Yeah, no, that wasn't new. But there is the option that, like, maybe if I play and get a different monster... Oh, shit. I think it was left. Oh. Yeah. Maybe if I jump into that monster, it'll be different? No. Okay. Well, there's a movie. It's been a while since a film came out that looked interesting enough for you to drag yourself to a movie theater. But there's a showing of one such film at the old theater. Oh, come on, Super. You never know. The movie was a little too niche to be picked up by the new cinema that opened right across the street. That's okay, though. You're not exactly a fan of the crowds. And nothing ruins the experience of watching a new movie for you more than a noisy audience. Let's go to a new one. You don't know why, but you don't really feel great about the idea of being alone right now. Deciding to wait for the movie you've been anticipating to be available on DVD or streaming, you join the long line outside the new cinema. Wait, just one more ending needed. I'm not gonna lie, I might run through the whole cinema thing, and the next time we can find new endings in new areas. By the time you've reached the ticket booth, you just want to get inside. Oh, look at you being all sweet, Super. I know what you want, though. You just want kisses, you little suck butt. Here. That's all you get. Didn't even have to beg for it. That's it. That's it. Just one. Oh, look at you. Double redeeming. That's it. So you pick a movie at random, take your ticket from the tired-looking teenager manning the booth. Oh, shit. Go back. The decor is chic and sleek, and the inside is bustling with people. It's not what you're usually into, but it's kind of nice not being alone. Even if you feel a little lonely watching families and groups of friends laughing among themselves. You get some popcorn, but the lines at the concession stand are long and the prices are criminal anyways. You go through the halls and follow the signs to the theater designated on your ticket before heading inside. Oh, oops, I keep skipping. You sigh at the sight of the absolutely crowded theater. You head towards a seat only to be told by the person next to it that it's being saved for someone. This happens a few more times before you finally manage to get yourself seated into a seat annoyingly off-center to the screen. But the screen is at least visible, if not a little too close, so you grit your teeth and bear it. The light fades out, but the chatter doesn't. The rest of the audience seems content to talk through the commercials and even through the trailers. You figure the chatter will stop when the movie actually begins. But it doesn't get even slightly quieter as the opening scene starts to play out. You sigh out loud, not thinking anyone would hear you anyways. This is why you avoid movie theaters like the plague. Oh. The movie's been taken over. Suddenly, the screen changes, showing the face of a black cat. A familiar black cat. Confused murmurs fill the room, but then, ooh, mass murder? The cat on the screen meows. The sound is strange, and not at all like any cat should sound. Haunting, almost melodic. And layered as if made of multiple voices of different creatures. Creatures that would probably never say. You sit in confusion, wondering why you haven't already gotten up and left a complaint to the cinema staff. But then you hear it. It's scattered and dissonant at first, but among the crowd, people start to chant along with the cat on the screen. Soon, the entire room is chanting in perfect unison. Everyone's staring intently at the cat on the screen. You're feeling strangely drawn to the screen yourself, but the compulsion to stare blankly like the others isn't that strong. For now. Also, you start to notice out of the corner of your eye that some of the people in your immediate vicinity are looking at you. No. They're outright staring holes into you, even as they continue chanting. They don't miss a beat as they slowly begin to frown at you in blatant disapproval. Their scowls deepen as time goes on, as if they're getting impatient. Try to blend in. Thinking fast, you look to the screen and begin to chant in tandem with the crowd. Yeah. You feel the harshness of the collective gaze start to ebb away, the air in the theater becoming lighter once again. You release their air shakily, just realizing that you've been holding your breath earlier. You feel stuck. Surely you can't just up and leave now. Not after whatever all that was. The people around you all seem fine now, but there's no telling if they get aggressive at you for even moving too much. Never mind outright getting up and leaving. You decide to let this run its course. Hopefully, someone will come along. Right? Or at least turn the film off? You continue to chant along with everyone. Yeah. Yeah. You start to feel lightheaded. You feel as if you could fall asleep, but your eyes don't feel heavy in the slightest. You try to look around and gauge the other's emotional state. But you can't seem to look away from the screen. You try again, but you're still locked into eye contact with the cat on screen. Yeah. You attempt to physically force your line of vision away. You steel your nerves, ready to throw yourself to the ground if you need to. But your body only gets as far as tensing up for a moment before completely loosening itself again, making you lay back limply into your seat. You think you should be panicking right about now, but even your brain feels limp. Your thoughts, a vaguely muted pastel pink, airy, thickeningly sweet and loosely spun, like cotton candy. You like cotton candy. You think you shouldn't mind your thoughts and body being like cotton candy either. So, why get up and ruin that? It's nice here. You're more at peace than you've ever felt before in such a crowded room. Still chanting, you've never felt so aligned and in tune with another person, let alone with an entire room full of complete strangers. You're not alone. Out of the corner of your eye, the person next to you starts to sink back even further into their chair. Then they sink more. Then more? Not like they're slouching or reclining, but more like they're... Oh. I think that was somehow more disturbing than most of the endings. I don't like little crunchies in body horror, even if it's, plain. Deflating. Their skin bunches up and wrinkles like fabric, as their muscles... Oh, God. Their skin bunches up and wrinkles like fabric, as if their muscles, their bones, have started to disintegrate. Their eyes dim before sinking into their sockets. Their mouth, still attempting to chant, falls open over a cut-off "nya." Gaping as the word ends in an awful hiss. A final, weak release of air. You muse thoughtfully about whether or not you should be distressed at the sight. But even then, the blanket of peace doesn't leave you. Suddenly, in the pile of skin and clothes next to you, you see a lump moving around. You watched in dazed fascination as the lump makes its way to the part of the skin where the head used to be, and out from the mouth crawls a tiny black kitten. Nya. You can hear the familiar hissing sound all around you now as the unified chants start to fade, only to be replaced with the faint mewling of kittens. Finally, your voice is the only one still chanting, still human, and alone. Again. You don't want that. You can't go back to that. Not again. Not again. Please. Just then, you go completely limp. Your body feels light, but it might as well weigh several tons, because you realize quite suddenly that you can't move. Not an inch. You can shift your eyes to look around. You can't even breathe. Somehow, the chant continues to creak weakly from your mouth. Yeah. A few kittens come forward and perch themselves in the chairs around you, watching your sinking body, mewling as they wait for their youngest sibling to emerge from you. Dozens of glowing eyes peer down at you, and as your eyes start to crave into the sockets of your softening skull, you manage to make out the silhouette of a familiar cat, perching on the seat right in front of you. Your vision finally fades, and as that same hiss of air expels from your mouth, the last thing you sense is something small and alive shifting eagerly under your skin. Ending 18. Happy birthday! I kind of want to finish the movie theater. At least the one path on the movie theater, like the new cinema. Because there was technically try to leave the theater. This is too weird. I need to get out of here. Gathering your courage, or perhaps putting your fear to use, you stand up, fully intending to leave the theater. When everything comes to an abrupt stop, all the chanting stops, even the cats chanting on the screen. You tense and risk a glance around the theater. They're all staring at you. Every single one of them. They're not moving. They're not even blinking. You swallow, throat suddenly dry, even through a nervous sweat completely soaks through your clothes. You highly doubt that sitting back down will fix the situation. Your legs are shaking under the audience's unnaturally intense scrutiny. But you force yourself to step forward, and forward, and forward, until you finally reach the end of the aisle. You feel their collective gaze even worse on the staircase. All their heads have turned uncomfortably to the left to look directly at you. The screen illuminates their faces, making clear their blank scowls. They seem even more upset than they had been minutes ago, identical frown lines digging between their brows. You keep going, the heavy atmosphere becoming more and more oppressive with every step. You're so tense with anticipation that you fully expect someone to grab at you from behind. But no one does. You don't hear any of them even get up. You exit the theater, holding your breath as the door closed behind you. You briskly walk through the halls, putting as much distance as possible between you and the theater full of people. Finally reaching the lobby, you just barely manage to catch yourself from falling to the floor as you gulp in huge gasps of air. You expect to feel relief as your breathing calms, but you feel a lingering sense of dread that only spikes you once you finally notice it, as well as its source. You look up, and your stomach sinks. All the people in the lobby area of the movie theater, everyone in line at the concession stand, all of them are staring at you. And they look even angrier than the people in the theater. You don't hesitate this time. You duck your head, avoiding eye contact, and leave the cinema. You ignore the glares of everyone in the ticket booths and the lines leading to them. You make your way home. Whenever you dare to look up at someone on the way, you flinch at the blatant anger, fury, and disgust on their face. Oh, oopsie. You think you start to hear the faint sound of a cat's meowing behind you. Or maybe a kitten? Hi, PK! Thanks for the raid! Oh, we're just finishing up a storyline here and then we're getting off for the night probably. But I'll carry on the love of the raid to someone else tonight. You have a lovely night. You probably were streaming for a while, I imagine, right? Time to get a nap and relax. But thank you again. And welcome in anyone new. I am what we call a whore for horror. I specialize in mainly horror games, although I do play some friend swap, horror or not, and sometimes fun, cute games as well, and sometimes spooky, cute games. Tonight we're playing Do Not Take This Cat Home. It's a lot longer than I thought it was, but it's essentially a cute little visual novel on why you shouldn't take stray cats home. But right now we're learning why you should, actually. So, anyways, you think you... oh, I already read that. Doesn't matter. You just want to go home. You reach your front door and fumble with the keys, cowering from the look of pure hatred on your neighbor's face as he stares at you from his door. Finally, you get inside your apartment, lock all the locks on the door, and slide down with your back against it till you're sitting on the floor. You allow yourself a moment to breathe. Now home, your heartbeat calms and your fear slowly bleeds from you, leaving you feeling strangely empty. You pass the kitchen, head to your room, and slip under the covers of your bed, trying to fall asleep. Maybe it's all just a bad dream. As you fall into a fitful sleep, sure to be full of nightmares of glaring eyes, you try to ignore the ever-increasing sounds of cats meowing and yowling in the distance outside your apartment. Ending 17. Black Sheep. We've been playing this game for about 3 hours now, and we are halfway through. There's a lot of... oh, awesome gamer. There's a lot of options here. So, I think this is something we'll come back to tomorrow, though, because it is quite a bit. I imagine it's probably, like, maybe the other endings aren't as long, but I imagine it's still quite a bit to go through, like another 3 hours maybe, or 2. And that's just not for a tonight thing, because I do have to work tomorrow, so. Sorry to all the people who raided in all of a sudden. I think we're gonna look at raiding... ooh, we can raid in Pickles! We haven't done Sea Pickle in a while. I can't tell what she's streaming. Desktop Explorer. Oh, that's a horror game too! See? More horror. I haven't played that one yet. I've been looking at it though, but I think we'll raid into her. You guys can enjoy her. You can make her chug pickles if you have some spare cash, by the way, guys. Just saying. I think we'll head over there. I haven't stopped by her channel in quite some time, though, so I think it'll be nice to stop by and say hi, so... anyways, everyone have a lovely night. I'll be back tomorrow with more cat death.